Hey, I'm Keith Stevens with the podcast I Love That Song. And 3 years ago, I was invited to introduce a group on stage out in Colorado at Red Rocks. It was an amazing venue. If you've never been there, it's something very special. But before we went on stage, the group had performed for us in a small little restaurant. Back in the back of the restaurant, they sectioned it off. They said, this is a new band, never heard before, and we'd like to play you some of their songs, have you hear them a cappella. And so I listened to these artists, I listened to their songs. They even played drums on a suitcase because they didn't have drums with them. But they were a brand new band, and after I heard the band, I called my wife and I said, you've got to hear this, these guys are great. The group was We the Kingdom, and it was their very first concert of all. And I got a picture and some time with Franny, one of the lead singers of the band. And right after they performed that concert, not too long after, several months later, the pandemic hit. Can you imagine having your brand new album with Holy Water and all of their songs on it, and it had to stop just like that? Sometimes you take a pathway and you get onto the highway and you think you're going on a big open highway to launch your career, and it says road closed, and you have to turn around and go back. What do you do in those moments? I talked about that with We the Kingdom, and I hope you'll listen to the podcast, because we talked about when their life was turned upside down just when they were getting ready to have the height of their success. But God had a different plan, but He works all things together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. That's part of the podcast and part of the stories on I Love That Song.